Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Dhanush R. I am studying in Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering. Today our subject is about Introduction to Civil Engineering topic Urban Floods. In that first one is criteria for selection of landfill geology. A landfill should be located in areas with a low risk of groundwater contamination. Land use in the site selection process. Forests, vineyards, and gardens, as well as agriculture areas, should not be included. On the other hand, stony and rocky areas are considered as one of the most suitable areas for the solid waste landfill site. Distance from surface waters. While selecting a landfill site, it should be noted the distance of the site from the surface water as far as away from the possible in order to avoid the contamination, erosion. Areas having no risk of soil erosion must be considered as a landfill site, while areas having high and serve risk are considered as restricted. Distance from fault zones. Areas closer to fault zones are considered as higher risk areas as it can contaminate the groundwater. From distance from cities. Solid waste landfill should not be located closer to the people since they might cause different types of pollution. For this reason, landfill construction should be implemented far away from the cities. Distance from highways. The distance from the highways is significant in the sense of transport costs. The transport costs of the solid waste are increasing. While moving away from the highways, however, being located nearby the highways might cause odor and the other related pollutions. For this reason, the moderate distance from the highways should be considered. Slope. Slope is the basic criteria for landfill site selection. High slope areas are not suitable for a landfill site due to construction cost. The probable mass movement hazards. For this reason, areas having lower slope degrees should be considered. Criteria for landfill site selection. First one, distance from population centers. Second one is geological and hydrological factors. Third one is accessibility and transportation. Fourth is land use compatibility. And fifth one is environmental compact assignment. We can call it as EIA. And the sixth one is capacity and long-term planning. These are the very important landfill site selections. And the importance of proper landfill site selection. First is environmental protection. Minimize negative impacts on ecosystem and natural resources. Second one is public health and safety. Ensure the safety of nearby communities and prevent health hazards. Third one is regulator compliance and adherence to local and national regulations for waste disposal. Urban flood control. Urban flooding describes the flooding of land or property with a constructed environment, especially in locations that are more densely inhabited like cities. As a result of excessive rainfall that exceeds the capacity of drainage systems. Urban flooding is significantly different from the rural flooding as urbanization leads to developed catchments which increase the flood peaks from 1.8 to 8 times the flood volume by up to 6 times. Consequently, urban flooding occurs very quickly due to the faster flow times, which is an which is in a matter of minutes. Urban areas are densely populated and the people living in vulnerable areas suffer due to flooding, sometimes resulting in loss of life. It is not only the event of flooding but the secondary effect of exposure to infection also as its toll in terms of human suffering, loss of livelihood and in extreme cases loss of life. Goals of urban flood control: mitigate flooding risks, implement measures to reduce the impact of heavy rainfall, protect infrastructure, safeguard buildings, roads, and critical urban infrastructure, ensure public safety, and minimize risks of residents and enhance emergency response. Innovative technologies, smart sensor networks, deploy sensors for real-time monitoring, enable early detection of flood-prone conditions. Second one is AI and predictive analytics. Utilize artificial intelligence for flood prediction. Implement predictive modeling for risk assessment. Flood resistance building design. Integrate flood resistance features in construction. Elevate critical infrastructure to reduce flood damage. Causes of urban flood: higher rainfall, storm surges, and frequent depressions in open waters, depleting groundwater tables, heavy melting of snow causing flash floods in lower catchment areas, rising sea level due to global warming, encroachments on drainage areas like lakes, wetlands, and river beds, close off ways for the excessive water to flow, thus causing floods. Climate change has distorted the rainfall pattern. Urban heatlands have increased rainfall over urban areas, resulting in flooding. Population of water bodies is in choking up the pathways for excess water to flow. Illegal mining activities in rivers depletes the natural bed, causing soil erosion and reducing the water retention capacity of the water body. Unplanned and ununiformed release of water from dams causes deviation as the public does not get enough time to respond. Mitigation strategies. First one, improved drainage systems. Upgrades and maintain stormwater drainage infrastructure. Implement sustainable drainage solutions. Second one is green urban planning. Incorporate green space in urban development. Promote permeable surface. Climate resilient infrastructure. Design infrastructure to withstand extreme weather events. Consider future climate change projections. Impact on urban areas. Infrastructure damage. Roads, bridges, and buildings at risk. Displacement of residents. Forced evacuations and temperature relocations. Heat, health, and safety risks. Contaminated water, disease, and other hazards. Importance of addressing causes. Risk reduction and sustainable urban development, community safety. Controlling methods. Build away from the floodplains and flood prone areas. This is the best way to ensure less of life and property. The development of blue green infrastructure will be effective in providing sustainable solutions to urban climate challenges. Better water management should be ensured, like including rainwater harvesting in all infrastructure developments. Geospatial technology should be utilized for flood vulnerability mapping, which will hide in better planning for development. The natural water bodies should be strictly distilled and maintained to ensure the free flow of excess water. Water bodies should be made clear for pollution and encroachment for drainage systems should be regular maintained. More awareness and education of residents are needed to make them known of the risks and responsibilities for dwelling in flood-prone areas. Thank you for watching, and please like, comment and subscribe.